Thanks to our friends at The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/ASYM for the top 10 stocks to buy right now. General Motors has been talking a big game about electric vehicles for years now, saying that they're going to invest $35 billion between 2020 and 2025 in electric vehicles, made a number of moves to increase the supply that they can have available, even just in the last 6 months. But can they actually compete in the electric vehicle space? It's not really known right now. So I want to dig into what we know from second quarter numbers and what to expect going forward. My name is Travis William. Thanks for watching Asymmetric Investing. Please subscribe here on YouTube for all my content. And if you're in the Washington, D.C. area, check out the event I'm doing called Money Collaborative with a number of other financial creators. There's a link to that in the show notes. I want to start with some recent reports about GM's EV successes and failures. This is an article from Inside EVs that goes into how General Motors battery electric vehicles sales were relatively disappointing in the second quarter. Here's the numbers here. In total, in the US, there were nearly 700,000 vehicles delivered by General Motors, and that was up 19% from a year ago. So overall, it seems like the business is doing very well, but electric vehicles not doing nearly as well. 15,652 battery electric vehicles. That was up over 100% from a year ago, but was only about 2.3% of the company's volume. Down here, you can see where those sales came from. The Bolt continues to be the biggest seller. The Hummer, not selling it really at all, 47 units. Cadillac's Lyriq, 1,348. Just not a lot of sales of electric vehicles from General Motors right now. Seems like the products that they're putting out in the market may not be connecting to buyers. So what is coming down the pipeline? That's where I get to a few vehicles that we know are on the horizon. The Sierra and Silverado are effectively the same vehicle, just different branding. We're expecting electric versions of both of those vehicles later this year. I think it's a pretty compelling design, but what's not clear right now is whether there is a lot of demand for an electric pickup truck. Ford has not seen a ton of demand, and we have no idea what the Cybertruck demand is really going to be when Tesla starts producing that vehicle. There's also another Cadillac on the horizon. The Chevy Equinox is apparently coming this fall. This has been a pretty successful vehicle for General Motors. Attractive price point, a standard family of four SUV, not a lot of flash, but maybe that's what the market is looking for right now. The Blazer is also coming, a little bit smaller than the Equinox. Now, General Motors said in the last quarter's conference call that they're expecting to ramp electric vehicle production in the second half of 2023. So not all that surprising that the numbers weren't particularly impressive in the second quarter. The question I think right now is, what is demand going to look like for electric vehicles for General Motors overall in the second half of the year? Trucks, I think, are a massive question mark. We know that the Bolt is going to be discontinued, and I'm not sure we know what demand is going to be for an electric Equinox or some of the other vehicles that I mentioned. There's just a lot to shake out right now, and what a lot of automakers are seeing is that price is becoming more and more important. If the price of an electric vehicle isn't effectively the same as a competing internal combustion engine vehicle, then customers just aren't going to be buying it right now. And that could put a lot of pressure on margins. So I'll be following this one closely, but I think we'll hear a lot more on the second quarter 2023 conference call about what demand looks like, what pricing looks like, and then can GM eventually get to the point where they're making positive margins and EBITDA from electric vehicles? We are not there yet, but that is something that management has said is on the horizon. So that's what I'm going to be watching. I give General Motors a fighting chance to get out to take decent market share in the electric vehicle market. They have more experience than a lot of their competitors, but not exactly clear what's going to win for General Motors right now. What do you think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to Asymmetric Investing. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you here next time.